Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is another episode here of the Colby Rebel Show, and it is our rapid fire date night. So I am so excited to talk to you. We have so much going on. You know, I have this big trip to New Zealand and Australia planned in just a couple weeks. So we're going to get in as many callers as we can. Next week is going to be a very special love episode, so you don't want to miss that. But anyhow, when we get started tonight, I am going to take callers on air, so make sure you're ready. Get in that call line. You want to do that as soon as possible. So you want to get in at 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. And you all know the rules, right? Make sure there's no speakerphone, no kids barking, dogs crying, husband wagging his tail. We want everyone to settle down. And just have your question ready, right? So make sure if it's a psychic question, what is that question specifically? If it's connecting to a loved one, who would you like to connect to? Let me know so that we can get in there as quickly as we can. There's a lot going on here. You know, this Sunday at the center, we have our Sunday service. So that's this Sunday, the 9th. It is our service. So, and this is going to be one about love. It's connecting to those on the other side. We have 3 amazing professional mediums, Shelly Sandals, Crystal Frame, and Jennifer Phillips. And Karen Gabler is actually going to be our speaker for that morning. And you can join us right here in LA. It's always really nice in person because you can feel all that energy. You can feel that love. But if you're not in LA, we certainly don't want you to miss out. You can join us live stream. You can live stream it. Just go right to the Facebook page and catch us. And that is this Sunday at 10:30. It's going to be so much fun. But also for some of you, I did about a week ago, I did an online workshop and it went so well that people wanted another one. And it's limited to just 10 people. You do have to have some experience in mediumship. This isn't really for the beginner, but there's certainly an opportunity to practice and to get some insightful feedback for you. There's only a few spots left, but I thought I'd post it so that you could join in. And lots going on here. So much happening and so much travel. It's so exciting to be able to do this work and to connect to so many people. It's been an amazing last few months of just readings. You know, those are so healing. So if you ever want a private, we do the callers, which is great. But if you ever, want a private, you can always kind of get one. We could do it Skype, phone, in person, whatever you want, and you just book online. Go to colbyrebel.com. That's the easiest way for you to book. In fact, there is a Valentine's Day special, 14% off. Love 14 is the code to use. It does expire next Friday, but that will save you some money if you don't get called in tonight, okay? I do want to share, though, I did mention the New Zealand, Australia trip. So I leave on the 19th and head to New Zealand. I'm going back to Auckland, which was everywhere last year was incredible. So I'm going back and working with the team there in Auckland, and I'm going to teach a workshop and do an evening. And then I head down to a place called Hastings, Napier, wine country. So that's going to be really fun. I have a very good friend down there, and I'm working down there, which is going to be fantastic. Then I head over to Brisbane and a place called Redlands, which is Well, my mind thinks it's above Brisbane, but technically it might be below, right? Because I think they're opposite. But I'm sure my Aussie friends will correct me. But I'm heading to Brisbane and Redlands for a couple other events and some classes. And then I head over to Melbourne, which is going to be great. Ibiza, Sue Williams is fantastic. She's organizing some stuff there. And, again, it's wonderful. And I feel very, very privileged. They had all of the fires and the tragedy and the loss of all the wildlife. So I decided that we are going to donate 10% of the net proceeds back to the wildlife recovery and to just help as much as we can, and allowing and honoring Spirit to help us do that. But I'm going to play, it's just about a minute long, but let me just play a little bit of what's coming up in this tour. So if you are in those areas and you want to stop by or sign up or join me, I would love it. And if you are not in those areas, at least you will get a sneak peek at what is going on. Yes, as you can see, there's a lot. I'm going to be a busy, busy bee. When I get back, I then head to Dallas. So it's a lot happening. I'm very, very excited. And I love that you all tune in every week and you join me and you support, you share. You can actually hit that share button and it will share this whole live feed. So if you want to get some of the friends in the calls, or you just hope you get through and you want someone to hear your call, this is it. We have the Facebook comments. I don't see those during the show, so please don't ask me to pick your number because I'm not going to see it. We do pick them at random. So if you've gotten through in the last couple weeks, do me a favor and hang up. Let's make it fair and square so that some people who haven't had a message recently can get one, okay? And as you said, let's keep those noises low. Let's keep those voices high. Let's keep those questions clear. And we are going to get started, right? Sounds good. All right. How about that? Are you guys ready? Here we go. How about this 480? 480, you're on the air. Hi there, honey. Who is this?
Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. What can I do for you tonight, honey?
I was hoping for a message from my daughter.
Okay, got it. So let's just see if we can get a connection here with her, okay? Now, would you, she doesn't feel too old when she passes, but old enough to kind of tell you what she's thinking. Does that make sense around her?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, like,
yeah.
I get a young woman that is, I would say, a little opinionated, or just not afraid to say what she's thinking or feeling. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much so.
I think she gives you a run for your money, Mom. She keeps making me. She's got a great sense of humor. All right, so she likes to play with you a lot. You know, even from the other side, she likes to play with you. She gives me this feeling around where I do, honestly, Mom, I feel like she really kept you on your toes. Like, I feel like, you sometimes you weren't quite sure what to do with her, or if you were doing the right thing, that sort of thing. Does that resonate with you?
I kind of let her be herself.
Yeah,
I didn't try to put too many restrictions on her.
but she's very independent. Like I believe she was independent, and it doesn't matter if you did or not. She was going to do what she wanted to do.
Yes, yes.
Like that's what she gives me. She gives me though. I do feel like though, it's ironic because I feel like we are dealing with a quicker passing. Is that correct? Something like, almost like she's taken out from under you. Does that resonate with you? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's a feeling of, I don't know if it was slipping, if she slipped away during the night, or you went to bed and woke up, or something like this. Does that resonate for you?
Yes.
Okay. She gives me a feeling. I do feel like you got to be with her. She might have transitioned, but she's showing me you holding her body. So I feel like after she transitions, you held her, or it's something like this. Do you understand that part, Mom?
Yeah.
Because
Yes, I do.
she wants you to know, believe it or not, she was with you. So, and I know, I feel like, did you shake her? Were you, because I mean, I guess a feeling she's giving me, shaking her back to life, or shaking her like this isn't real. There's something like this, because she could see you trying. She could just feel it. Does that resonate, Mom?
Yeah, I tried to do CPR until
Oh,
the
yeah.
paramedics arrived.
She gives me a feeling of no, like she wants you to know. So she gives me a chill. She was standing like right over your back. I in that moment you might have been in too much shock, I'm sure. But in kind of thinking back, does that resonate? Would you acknowledge that, or do you not know that? Like, but she's right there over you. Like she's right there over your shoulder. She's showing me. That's why she's showing me you shaking her.
At that time, no, but
Looking back, you see it.
15 minutes prior, something told me to get home.
Yes, yes. Now she gives me a sense with her of, I believe, there's a sense of responsibility that she's taking around this passing. So would you understand that part? Like maybe she was taking some medications, or there's something that was contributing to this this transition here.
Um, she had come home from work early the previous day, and she had a heart condition. I
Yeah.
told her to go to the doctor,
Right. Okay.
and
Right.
she did it.
And she didn't. There's something with medications, I believe, Mom, like something she was taking at that time, that I believe was interfering with this. So I'm not sure if you had a chance to get that worked out, but she's making me feel like there's some complications with something she was taking, like an interference. Okay, she keeps showing
Okay.
me emerald. I don't know if emerald, the color green, would be significant, either as somebody's birthstone, or if there's
Fine. Fine.
is okay. So she wants to
It,
acknowledge that for you. Um, Also, I'm curious though, is there a connection to the Wizard of Oz with her as well, and you, or the name Dot or Dorothy? I'm just trying to figure out the other part of the emerald that I'm getting.
just click your heels and you'll be home.
Is that what you say to her, honey? Because she just gives me a feeling of wanting to mention the Wizard of Oz to you.
Yeah.
Oh, now, one thing she does want to say, that it's not your time to go home. So I know there's a part of you that keeps saying, I'm going to be with you soon, or I want to be with you. Like I keep feeling like you keep saying that to her, and she keeps saying, no, it's not
I
your
can't.
time.
I
Right.
have an obligation here.
And she's like, it's not your time. I'm okay. Like, you need to know that she's okay. All right. And she lets you know that I believe too, on a soul level, you said, hey, I let her be free. on a soul level, your souls had a contract. So your soul somehow understood that this was a finite time you had with her in the physical world, right? So I believe that that's why your soul let her be as free as she wanted. And she felt that. So she thanks you for that. She thanks you for not chaining her or handcuffing her. She also thanks you for like a lot of the laughter. I believe you two really would make each other laugh. I really do. And she gives me a feeling of telling you how much she loves you and she appreciates you. She appreciates your patience as well. Okay. Um, and she still pushes your buttons. She still wants to push him, Mom. And then one thing too is, would you understand the month of August being significant at all for her? Either we have a birthday in the month of August or something significant along those lines?
August would be my sister.
Okay. She's acknowledging your sister as well. Okay. And um, there's also a feeling with her. Are you taking care of your mother at the time or right now, or there's something going on with your mother?
I did when she had cancer. I took care of her.
Okay, okay. Now it gives me a feeling then Mom would be on the other side, right? Because that your daughter is
Yeah.
giving me a sense of being with Mom. Because she wants to
Yeah.
acknowledge Mom. Okay. And there's just a feeling here where she wants you to know how proud she is that she was your daughter. She's still your daughter. She's always going to be your daughter. And um, I do have a sense, I feel like she doesn't, one thing she wants to, I want you to stop blaming yourself or giving yourself a hard time that you didn't leave sooner or get home sooner. Because she keeps giving me a feeling that maybe you delay. There's something where you felt if I just gotten there sooner. And she just keeps saying, no, it was so quick. You couldn't have. So I feel like you should know that because she wants you to have peace around that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And she just wants you to know that she wants you to, as much as you can. I know the grieving process is really difficult, but she just wants you to laugh. She wants you to laugh again. She goes, "You got the best laugh, Mom, and I'd love to just hear it a bit more." So, maybe even just for her, try to find those things that she would find funny and just laugh for her. Okay, can you try that maybe?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And she keeps playing with your lights. I've had a lot of spirits playing with lights lately, but she's really playing with the lights in the house. So, have you noticed the lights, Mom?
Yes, we have.
But I think she's not just one light. I think she goes from room to room. So I think like she messes with one light and you'll go to that room and then she'll go do another room or the TV or something. Like she really has a fun banter with it. So you have to know that, okay? One last thing.
Okay.
Does she have a younger sibling? Is there a younger sibling that you're taking care of as well?
My granddaughter.
Oh, got it. Okay, okay. And this is her daughter then? Is that right then?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yes.
Okay. She definitely acknowledges the young one. I think she was kind of young when she had her, only because she makes me feel like this grandbaby is still young. Is that right? Like she's still young. And she makes
Yes.
me, and she does, and she makes me feel like she reminds you, your daughter is saying the granddaughter is like her. So I feel like your granddaughter reminds you of your daughter. but, but she wants to let you know that, also one other thing, just be free with her as well. Like, remember how you were free with your daughter? She's like, Mom, don't hold on too tight. Be free with her as well. She's just like me. She's a free spirit. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
most definitely.
one last thing here. This I don't understand, so maybe you can help. I don't know. Do you ever we call them nuggies when I was little, when someone rubs the top of your head. Do you know what I mean? They might put you in a headlock and rub the top of your head. Is anybody doing that to this
Yeah,
granddaughter or anything? Because your daughter keeps
I
showing
do it.
me.
I do it
Oh,
to her
you
often.
do
Yes.
it. Okay. Your daughter is recognizing and seeing you doing it to the grandbaby. So I was like, what is that? So she likes that. She thinks it's funny. And she says, that's something I would do, Mom. So I love that you're doing it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Lots of love to you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
It is so difficult, I can only imagine what it would be like to lose a child. And you know, grief has its own process and it's different for different people. And when we look at passings and death, and it is one thing I find personally just fascinating is when you can look at it, when you're able to see it, you see that the soul of the person who transitioned, there's something that they left, like a message somehow. You see it all the time. Either they said something to someone, or they wrote something, they left something behind. There's kind of like, I do feel like they want us to let everybody know that they're okay, that there's a sense of peace. And maybe that's the only thing that we can salvage in trying to understand the cycle of the physical existence. But the soul lives on. So, that's why her daughter wants to show her rubbing on the head to say, I'm right there. I'm watching you. And it's really a lot of fun. Okay, so let us take another caller. How about this 208? Let's see, 208. This is Colby. Who is this?
Katie.
Hi, Katie. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What can I do for you?
I'm trying to connect to my childhood best friend.
Okay. All right. And with this friend, I'm kind of curious. Would this friend be a little, tomboy is the first thing that came to mind. So I'm not sure. Are they a little bit of a tomboy? Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you understand that they would be, but you're more girly, is that right? Or they think you're more
Yeah.
girly?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like they would want to do things that boys would do, and you'd be like, no, I don't want to do it.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
get a sense with her that she was definitely, again, this is her talking, but she's definitely more adventurous than you.
Yeah.
So I
She
think
was.
I feel like she enjoyed being adventurous. She also, I think she kept a diary. Do you know if she did, or do you know she did some sort of writing?
I don't know that she did. I'm sure she did, but
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't.
You would have been, but you would have, because she tells me that you guys were old enough for secrets. So do you understand that?
Yeah.
You would have secrets between one
Yes.
another, correct? Okay. And then she
Yeah.
also, now she keeps showing me the number 13. I don't know if that's
Oh
significant.
my God.
How does the 13 fit, sweetheart? Oh, baby, are you
That's
okay?
how old we were when she passed.
Okay. Okay. She's letting, so, one thing is, I know it can be emotional, but just also find the joy in it, right? Because the joy is that she's showing up for you. She's like, she needs to hear from me today,
Mhm.
and I'm here, and I'm going to let her know it's me. she's, she, honestly, she's the strong one. She takes a lot of credit for a lot of things.
Mhm. She
she
should.
she is the one that would push for things. Gosh,
Yes,
her
she would.
passing feels very sudden to me. Almost almost because of somebody else. Does that make sense? Or do you
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Um And um I almost feel like there's a what is she giving me? Like a it's almost like a physical impact and then a passing. Does that resonate? I don't want to get too
Yeah.
okay. Um I just feel like too, and I know this was really hard for you just because she was so light. Like talk about even though she's 13, she was so smart and so wise, but just also so full of life and this big like either she physically had a big old mouth or that laugh was so loud she filled the room.
Both.
So, okay. She gives me a feeling now. I'm kind of curious though. Would you take a bus together or would you ride together as well?
We would either take the bus or walk home, yeah.
Okay, got it. She just shows me loving music. So I feel like she would like love music and want to tell you about all the music that she's loving.
Yeah.
And she just gives me I wonder if I got two artists, so I don't know which. I don't know if it's Madonna or Britney Spears, but um, does that connect at all? Either that kind of music, or
Yeah.
oh, it does. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, she definitely wants to let you know. Now, one other thing though, I wonder if because she keeps giving me that song like a virgin. But I feel like she's giving me that song in trying to tell me something about you. So either are you in a relationship now or is there something
I
around?
am.
Okay. Because I feel like she's giving this song as if this could be someone very special for you. Or she, like maybe this person's like marriage material because she keeps kind of showing me that and the veil. And I believe that this is someone that you've been considering, yeah, I could marry this person. And then you're thinking of her saying, wow, I wish she was here to see all of this, right? And she's letting you know
Yep.
she is here to see all of it. She is there. She is watching you. Girl, she's going to be planning that wedding from the other side. Like, you just need...
Of course.
Yeah, her hands are in it all the time, and she loves you. She loves you tremendously, okay? And she wants to let you know. One, I got to ask would this have been either a violent passing or traumatic passing?
Yeah, she was in a lot of pain.
Okay. Just know I just want you to know that this is something she doesn't want you to hold on to. Like I feel like I'm just going to be honest here. I feel like the end is definitely very traumatic. It just feels to be urgent, traumatic. We're trying to get people here. We're trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she's letting you, yes, she's letting you know. I'm sorry. Were you there when she transitioned, or were you looking at her eyes at some point?
I was with her just right before.
Okay. She just keeps saying to me, look into my eyes. She had very convincing, mesmerizing eyeballs, okay? and and
She did.
and I feel like what she wants you to do is there's a part of you, honey, that keeps thinking of how she passed or the ending. But yet she really wants you to
Yeah.
remember the life she had and how she would dance and how she would sing and how she would throw her arms out and yell at the top of her lungs and I think embarrass you sometimes. And that's what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do. One other thing too, and then I got to go. I swear this is going to sound crazy. I don't know. Is there any time she would pull pranks and either like pull down her pants or pull down your pants? Like something, does that resonate? Because
Yes.
I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to let you go and thank you. And then she comes over and like pulls down your pants. And I'm like, Okay. So she she wants you to remember that side of her, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And
Thank you.
know that she's with you. And then I feel like would it be your birthday coming up or is it her birthday? Do we have a birthday right here?
Hers. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So uh just give her a big old birthday wish and that will make her feel good. Yeah. You still honor her
Okay.
birthday every year, don't you, sweetheart?
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
she wants to thank you for it. Gosh, one last thing. She keeps talking to me. Do you have one of those necklaces that's like two hearts and they're put together, or did you have something like that when you were friends?
Yeah.
Okay, because she acknowledges this. You would I feel like her half. You don't have her half anymore, right? Was that buried with her, or do you not know if it was?
I don't know that it was buried with her, but I don't have it.
Okay, you still have your half though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. She makes me feel like she has her half. So I'm not sure if that it was physically with her, but she has her half. And she says, just imagine them coming back together and know that I'm with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lots of love to you, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Oh my goodness, all this love and I know it's sad for people, but again, I think when we just try to go, okay, there's that person is still around us and they're making sure we know and how powerful that is. I mean, think of how much energy that takes for them to kind of give us these signs or these symbols, these words, these feelings in our physical presence. Uh, and they don't have that physical body to do it, right? They're doing it right from the pure energy of their soul and spirit. Alrighty, here we go. How about let us take another caller. Let's see. How about this 814? 814, you're on the
Hello?
air. Hi there. Who is this?
Julie Curtis.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Hi. I just wanted to connect with my grandfather.
Okay, your grandfather. And
Yeah.
um now your grandfather though, your grandfather would have a definite dry sense of humor. Do you remember that about him?
Yes.
Because the first thing he says, well, how do you know I would want to connect to you?
That would
So
be him.
yeah, so I get it. Like but he was giving me that little glimmer. He's got that nice little glimmer in his eye, that cheeky little. He's up to something, and I believe he would be kind of playful with you as you were younger as well, right? Um, Either
Yes.
like little things like magic tricks, kind of the coin behind the ear sort of thing. Does that resonate for you? Like he'd be able to play these sort of things?
Yes.
Okay. And then gives me he also gives me the feeling of um I wonder if he had a handkerchief. Do you happen to remember if your grandfather carried a handkerchief with him?
Yeah, I have it in a
Oh,
picture frame still.
okay, got it. Oh, thank you. Because he pulled out the handkerchief and he wanted to acknowledge that. Okay. And then he also gives me the feeling that, um, would you understand that somebody else took his name as well? Did we give his name to another generation below him?
Yeah, my son.
Okay, got it. And then he also keeps telling me that he has this feeling where, even though he's your grandfather, I definitely feel like there's a sense of being a father to you, Like I really feel like he feels very proud that he has a part in raising you. So would you understand that? Did you spend a lot of time with him or live with him as well?
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
Okay. Now, he also, I feel like I actually feel like maybe you took care of him towards the end. Did you take care of him? Did grandma pass first and then grandpa?
Yes.
Okay. And then you took care of him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then just to take it further, he makes me feel like you would have taken care of him in your house, or he's in your let me tell you what he's doing. He says he's in your house and he has a room in your house. So I'm feeling like you took care of him in your house. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So he still has his room.
Yeah, his ashes are actually still in there.
See, he knows this and he acknowledges this, right? And
Yeah.
now, did you put a chair in his room, or does he have a rocking chair or a chair as well in that room?
Yeah, his chair that he always sat in.
Okay, good. He still sits in it. You know, if you ever want, like he's in there all the time. So if you ever want, just sit in that room and sit in that chair, and you'll feel him. I'm sure you can. He's got a very strong presence. You know, I wonder. I feel like at some
Yeah.
point, I think at some point, maybe when he was younger, he might have smoked or smoked a pipe. I believe maybe he wasn't allowed as he got older. Because now he says, "Oh, I'm smoking a pipe all day long." Do you remember that? Do you remember him smoking a pipe at all, or have heard of that at all?
Yeah. He always had his pipe that he smoked
Yep.
before I was born, and
Then
we still have his pipe that he
yeah,
smoked.
and he smokes this. So if you're actually in your house, every once in a while you may smell like the faint smell of a pipe. I think you try to say it's a fireplace, or your head tries to dismiss it, but he's saying that's me. I'm giving you that to you. So
Oh, well.
so do you ever remember kind of smelling it? It's like a whiff, and then
Yeah.
you dismiss it. And then your grandma wore
Yeah.
perfume. So you'll get some perfume and then some pipe.
Most definitely.
And your grandma shows me some roses with her. So I feel like she would have really loved roses. Would that make sense around grandma? Do you connect the roses to your grandmother, or do you have roses?
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. And then I do think she fancies the red ones, because she definitely keeps showing me red over and over. And
Yes.
they both just want to let you know that they are fine. I believe you have a picture of them, of one of their wedding anniversary pictures. Would that resonate for you? Or
Yeah.
okay. And so they're letting you know that they're happy because they're together. So you have to know that they're happy because they're together. I feel that they've got a son with them. Do you know if you have an uncle that's in spirit? Because they're giving me the feeling of a male with them.
Yes.
Okay, so they're acknowledging having him. Okay, um, and
Okay.
and um, what other thing do we have here? I felt like they were trying to give me a name. I don't know if the name David resonates. Do you know a David or a Dick or something in the living or in spirit?
Dick.
Okay, is that your grandfather's name?
No, that was my well, he was my step uncle.
Oh,
He
got
was
it.
like adopted
That's right. Okay, got it. Oh,
through them.
that's them. Okay, see, so they are letting you know they got Dick with them. You got it? So so
Yeah.
they're letting you know that they're okay. Your grandfather really wants to thank you. He wants to thank you for honoring the room. And he really wants to thank you. Every night you say a prayer for him, and he says, "Thank you. Thank you so much for that love and for those prayers. I want you to know I hear you. I want you to know you did everything right. You did everything right, and I'm going to keep talking to my grandson." Or
Okay.
his great grandson, but he's going to make sure to let you know he's always around you, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you, honey.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, how about we do let's talk to 412. Let's see. Heather,
Hi,
who's
hi,
yeah,
this is Heather.
what can I do for you tonight?
I wanted to see if you could give me a reading about my love life, if you have any messages on that.
Okay, so love life. Let's tune in. Now, um kind of tuning in though, it makes me feel like I don't feel like you're in a serious relationship at the moment. Is that right?
I had one like sort of starting, and then it sort of went on hold.
Yeah, kind of they well they needed a break. Is it's on them that needed the break. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
for
that's what I
sure.
thought. Okay, that's what I thought. Um I'm going to do you want the honest truth about this?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. I'm going to be really honest. I feel like I don't feel like you should sit and wait for this person. I
Okay.
I feel like they really enjoyed time with you and I kind of feel like I don't quite feel like the timing is going to be right. And I feel like they're going to try to drag it out a bit, making you think that there's something there, but they just need a little time to kind of work this couple other things out because it's almost like they're kind of creating some excuses rather than just saying, you know, I really appreciate it and this is really good, but this doesn't feel right to me. It's almost like they're not around. So they haven't really been around, right?
Yeah, the past couple weeks, he really was forging full speed ahead, and then he had an issue, like he's thinking about like traveling for his
Yeah.
career, and he
Yeah.
doesn't know if he's going to be around. And then once he sort of started thinking about that, then he sort of started pulling back.
Yeah, but see that's the thing. I feel like you got to uh, I believe I'm going to be honest. I really feel that at that point he realized that he realized that this isn't going to be what he wanted.
Okay.
And I feel like it's just not I don't want to see you sitting around waiting. And I think someone who travels a lot isn't really going to necessarily work for you. Because he's not ready to settle down. I think he thought he was because he really got wrapped up in it. I know he was wrapped up. I know you were like, oh my goodness, this is it. I can't believe it. But, but I
Yeah,
think,
I mean, yeah, it was
yeah,
really like
I
it's like
know,
almost like it did a 180.
I know. And I really, but I think he had a little bit of like an awakening on it. I don't sometimes it's
Hmm.
like cold feet with someone, oh that's cold feet and they just need to kind of work it out. I think for him, men have this way of when something's not that men can really walk away from love if they don't quite see if they see that it's going to kind of hold back on something else. I really feel that.
Mhm.
And I do think he wants to travel. I really do. I think he isn't quite ready for this part of his life to start.
Mhm. Okay.
And so I don't know. That's up to you. I mean, now that's what I get, and the rest is kind of up to you. I just don't want. I just want you to kind of go know what you want and know what you deserve, and um, and in the next month or so, if this guy doesn't come running back saying, "Oh my goodness, I get it," but I don't think so.
Right.
I don't want to see it kind of drag on and off. See, you have to be careful with
Right.
something like this because it's such a strong connection. He could easily call you up or
Yeah.
text you and pull you right back in. And then you do this again and you're going to have all that pain and hurt again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and
Yeah, it's just been kind of left in limbo.
I know.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I needed to kind of like give him some space or if it was just more than that.
I believe listen, I believe, it reminds me of that song that I can't think of the name now. Brandy, you're a fine girl, what a good wife you would be. But my love,
Mhm.
it's like that. Honestly, I think that this guy really wants,
Okay.
if you think of that, I think he's very passionate. He doesn't happen to do photography, does he? Or I just keep seeing him go to scenic places. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, he does do some of that. He like makes films.
Yeah, see? You see
And he
that?
does do some photography, but he
Yep.
also like he makes films.
Yeah, exactly.
If that
So
makes sense.
the camera, right. So I feel like for him, that's his passion. That's what he wants. I feel like he wants to go far away places. I think he wants to go all over. I think documentaries is something he wants to do. So I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like in his mind, he needs freedom for that to happen. And
Okay.
that's his mind. That's what he's telling himself. Okay.
Mhm.
So my last bit of advice for you, honey, is no, like just think about what you want, not about whether or not he needs space. Think about where you are in your life, what you want, and if this guy fits into it the way it is. And so that
Right.
this way he doesn't keep pulling you back and forth, okay?
Right.
I
Okay.
think you're going to hear from him. That's why I'm giving you this pep talk.
Okay.
Okay. I think
All right.
I believe you're going to hear from him, but I believe it's going to be again a little wishy-washy. So that's why I'm just trying to prepare you, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Lots of luck,
All right.
okay? All right, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, time is almost up. I can't believe it. Let us do another quick call. Let us try to let's do, I don't know, how about this here it is, 435. Hey, 435, this is Colby. Who is this?
This is Amber.
Hi, Amber. What can I do for you?
I would like to connect with my dad tonight and just see if there's any advice he has for me.
Okay, all right, let's do this. Now, would you understand, like, would your dad be, the first thing I saw was someone honestly kind of protective. So I'm almost feeling like he would be a bit protective. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then almost like, not that he's a police officer, but he's got a little bit of that demeanor.
Very tall and lean and
Yeah.
he was,
And just
he could
kind of,
be
I think his hands would fold in front of him.
yeah.
Okay. See,
Yeah, that makes sense.
so like he could be intimidating to other young men trying to go out with you.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. And so, but he also, I'll tell you what though, with you, you know, I don't think you were ever scared of him. I mean, he's very loving and very sweet. He just kind of like to have that kind of appearance to make someone think twice.
Yep, he had the tough guy look, but he was a softie at
He
heart.
is. I'm curious though, did he happen to ever have a mustache? Do you, I just happened to see a glimpse of a mustache, but I felt like I was going back in time.
Yeah, he had like a goatee style mustache at one point.
Okay, got it. And then there's also he did not have an ear pierce, did he?
He did. He
Oh,
would wear
you're
little
kidding!
hoops in his ear.
Oh, I was almost not gonna say it, but he showed me.
Yep.
I was like, no. Oh my
Yep,
God.
that's him.
Oh,
Earrings, tattoos,
I
bald head, oh my
yes,
gosh.
I love it. I love it. But he also, again, that very protectiveness. That also, now I believe he rode a motorcycle. Is that right? Do you remember him having a motorcycle?
He had dirt bikes, but he loved motorcycles and dirt bikes and stuff like that.
Okay, let me tell you what he gave me. He gave me you riding on the back of it. So I feel like he would have ridden you on a bike. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
On dirt bikes all the time.
Okay, got it. And I remember like, oh, that's weird. Did you see that? Did you hear me? Oh my gosh.
You remember?
I said I remember. That's him talking.
You did.
That you have to listen back. That is the craziest thing. And he gives me, that's the craziest thing. And he's like, I just remember her holding on to me so tight, but she would giggle, giggle, giggle.
It was so fun. Yep.
So
And I still do that when I ride on the back of a motorcycle.
yeah. Now the only thing is, I'm not sure if he's taking me back in time or present moment, but you maybe make sure you're always putting on your helmet. I don't know if sometimes you think you're just going around the block with someone and you don't need it, but he wants to make sure your head always has a helmet on it.
Okay.
Do you
That's
ever
fair.
do that? Do you
I always
ever?
make sure I have a helmet.
Okay, because he's making sure. And he also, now I feel like, now there's two things here. I actually feel like Dad was ill, but his passing makes me feel like his passing was very quick. So does that make sense with the two of those things, even though they're different?
Yeah, he kind of went into a coma. He had died of pneumonia, but it was like overnight.
I was going to say what I was getting more, I didn't quite get the pneumonia. What I got was like the wheezing in the chest, though. I almost thought it was from smoking, but I guess it's the pneumonia that he was trying to give me. And he makes me feel like this was quick, though. And you have to know that this is how your dad would have wanted to go. This man would not have wanted a long, drawn out process. Like he just makes me.
Oh my gosh, I was just having that conversation with my mom the other day about how I wished it would have been longer, and she said, "No, that's how I think you would want it to be."
Yep.
You know, so that makes sense.
And the fact that he's even saying that is letting you know he was eavesdropping on that conversation. So
I know it.
he's using me to respond to you.
I like that.
Anyhow, I'm at the end of the show, but I want to let you know that he tells you how much he loves you, and that and it's also this feeling of, thank you for taking care of Mom. Like, I know you're there for her a lot, and he really wants to thank you for that, because again, even though she tries to be strong, he says she's not as strong as she pretends. So he appreciates that you're there, and he appreciates how you held his hand. So I know you held his hand at the hospital. And I know you called him Daddy. I believe you called him Daddy. Like, I believe you said, "I love you, Daddy," or something. And he's saying, "I heard you," okay?
I literally just wrote Daddy on my paper.
Oh, my gosh.
And I didn't usually call him Daddy, but I just wrote it down that way.
Oh, wow. Well, he's just giving you a big hug, and don't you worry about him. Don't you? He calls himself Chief, okay? So don't you worry about the Chief.
That makes sense.
All right. Lots of love to you, sweetheart, okay?
Thank you so much, Colby.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You're welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That is the end of the show. I want to thank you all for listening. So many callers are in queue, and I'm sorry I didn't get to everyone. We had some really powerful healing messages from Spirit tonight, so we do want to take a moment to thank those loved ones for stepping forward and for giving the messages that are needed. I do hope you enjoyed listening, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Next week is going to be about love. So you got love problems, you call me. You want love, have love, need to get rid of a love, you call me. It's going to be our love fest together. All right, everybody, make sure you share. If you don't mind, this is on iTunes, so subscribe to the podcast. iTunes, it's on Stitcher, SoundCloud, all of those. But if you don't mind leaving me a review on the iTunes, really, really helps. It does help get it out there, and you'd make my heart go pitter-patter. And again, thank you, everybody, so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.